primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. There is good news tonight for Maine lobstermen and their families.
The U.S. Court of Appeals has ruled overwhelmingly in favor of the Maine Lobstermen's Association in its appeal of a lower court ruling that challenged a federal whale protection plan by the National Marine Fisheries Service. MLA Policy Director Patrice McCarron says, quote, "While today's decision is great news, our work will continue. We all agree with the need to ensure a safe environment in which the endangered right whale can recover, and MLA is hopeful that this decision will force the National Marine Fisheries Service to go back to the drawing board to develop a plan that uses best available science and accurate data, and importantly, that will protect whales without eliminating the lobster fishery."
A Newport woman is facing drug charges after police investigated a suspicious incident in West Gardner. Lieutenant Chris Reed with the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office says officers were called to the Pond Road just after 5 a.m. They learned 54-year-old Lisa Demers of Newport had allegedly broken a window of the residence. She admitted to police that she had recently been smoking methamphetamine. Police say when they searched her vehicle, they found more than 56 grams of meth, 12 grams of lethal liquid fentanyl, more than 700 grams of packaged fentanyl, and 12 grams of cocaine. She is charged with 3 counts of aggravated trafficking of drugs, violation of conditions of release, and operating after suspension.
Well, Governor Janet Mills has signed the Highway Fund budget into law. She says it creates a new sustainable source of funding for infrastructure repair. It dedicates 40% of Maine's sales tax on vehicle purchases and 40% of the sales and use taxes collected by the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to that fund. It is expected to generate more than $200 million for infrastructure repair per biennium. A statement says the funds will allow the Maine Department of Transportation to implement its 3-year work plan, which includes more than 300 bridge projects and 264 highway safety and spot improvements.
A Bar Harbor couple is helping visitors from near and far experience the vast trails of Acadia through the use of e-bikes. The owners made sure our AJ Douglas didn't leave without taking a ride.
If you can ride a bike, you can ride an e-bike.
Robin Williams and Thomas Brown originally moved to Maine 6 years ago and say they have no plans of leaving after experiencing the endless adventures found in places like Acadia National Park.
We had always loved riding e-bikes. It was the best way that we were able to explore the carriage roads and the park when we moved here.
Now the couple has opened their very own e-bike rental company, Acadia E-Bike Adventure, to provide better trail access even when traveling on steep slopes.
It gives people an opportunity to see some areas of the park that they probably wouldn't before without the e-bike, the assistance.
We spoke with a couple that traveled all the way from West Palm Beach to explore Acadia. Riders say the e-bike was a perfect option.
It's nice to have, the e-bike feature. I think, it's pretty steep, I think, so it's more of a comfortable thing.
All right, that was a really nice ride.
You're all welcome to come and enjoy an adventure on the carriage roads in Acadia.
Nice. Anyone interested in booking their next reservation can log on to AcadiaEbikeAdventure.com. In Bar Harbor, AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Looks like a good time. All righty. Well, 2 women in the Mount Desert Island area took a leap of faith by opening a unique business in an effort to bring the community together. Bar Harbor Gift Boxes has partnered with other business owners around the state to help people give small tokens of appreciation. Each box has a special theme, including the lavender box, which includes an 8-ounce candle, lip balm, a specialty shell, and more. One of the 2 owners, Alexandra Stamatovich, says the company captures a piece of Maine in every box.
Anything that can fit in our boxes that can promote Maine in the best way. For people who are coming from other states to this state, to bring something with them to their friends, family members. So we're immediately promoting all of the businesses that we're working with and trying to grow our business at the same time.
Anyone in search of a special way to say thank you should visit barharborgiftboxes.com.
The state of Maine could soon be providing retirement benefits to service dogs. The legislature advanced LD 1234, an act to provide reimbursement for health care expenses of retired state police law enforcement dogs earlier this week. The bill would give the Maine Department of Public Safety funding to reimburse handlers for up to $5,000 a year for the health care of retired dogs that have served in the Department of Public Safety, State Police, Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, as well as the Department of Corrections. Representative Allison Hepler, the bill sponsor, said in a statement, quote, "Working dogs are at a higher risk for a number of conditions common to older dogs, such as arthritis and knee, hip, and back injuries. Paying some of the costs of their care seems like a reasonable benefit we can provide to these retired state employees and their handlers who are responsible for their care," end quote. The bill faces further votes in the Senate pending final funding decisions by the full legislature.
Well, switching gears now, Sean Faircloth has worn many hats during his time in Bangor: mayor, founder, and most notably, a difference maker. After 8 years at the Together Place Pier Run Recovery Center, Faircloth has decided to step down at the end of the month. Our Matthew Jurancic got a chance to talk with him about his impact on the city.
Economic development, children's growth, and economic growth.
Just some of the priorities Sean Faircloth has held high as he served the Bangor community.
For me, the exciting, fun part was if you could say, oh, here's a policy idea that might work and change people's lives in a positive way.
Holding high-ranking positions as senator, city councilor, and legislator for Bangor, Faircloth's always had a passion for making a difference for others.
Community service, whether you're in elective office or not in elective office, it's supposed to be service. It's more important to see if you can think of things that might benefit your community long term.
He did just that, opening the Maine Discovery Museum in 2001 and securing funding for the Together Place Pier Run Recovery Center in 2018.
He's been instrumental in pulling this neighborhood together to do some community type events like cleaning the park and just beautifying things. He's had that artist who painted murals a few years ago, so he's really been quite a leader in services as well as being a good neighbor.
His successor, Abby DeLessio, admits she has big shoes to fill.
Sean has been a huge asset to individuals from a state level all the way down to our young children. Having the ability to just be with Sean and watch the hard work that a lot of people don't see from the outside in has been just tremendous.
Does this look like the end of the road for Sean? Don't count him out just yet.
I want to keep working on projects, including here in Bangor for our community.
In Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Once a community servant, always a community servant.
Absolutely, just embodying what it means to be just that.
And to give back in many ways. Alrighty, folks, well, let's go ahead and take a peek at our first peek at our forecast and see what's heading our way.
Thank you so much, Beth. Our first weather is brought to you by Prouty Auto Body, 26 Summer Street, Dover, Foxcroft. All right, folks, another warm day out there today. Finally, back to around 80 degrees. The coast a little bit cooler. We did see some low to mid 70s outside, even a couple of 60s closer to Greenville, but that is still much warmer than the temperatures we've been experiencing pretty much the whole last week. Right now, though, thicker clouds in the area, a couple of scattered showers, and even some thunderstorms are in the region at the moment. Air quality, though, not too bad. We are on the green. We're good to go. But just west of town, you see all these yellow colors all over the area. That indicates some moderate air quality. Not the best, but still could be much, much worse. Tonight, though, we're looking at scattered showers in the area, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. Temperatures will be in those mid to upper 50s. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thanks so much.
Yeah, looking out for maybe some showers then overnight.
Indeed. Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, a bill to authorize overdose prevention centers is making its way through the Maine legislature. We'll have the latest. And an organization steps up to house asylum seekers after a temporary shelter closed its doors. Those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Kane Brown, Drunk or Dreaming Tour. June 22nd, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Special guest, Gabby Barrett. and Restless Road. See one of country music's hottest superstars, Kane Brown, live. Tickets on sale now at KaneBrownMusic.com. Kane Brown.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
An Odyssey is a long journey full of adventures. And at Odyssey Auto Spa, we understand every vehicle's journey is different.
Hi, I'm Jacob Gage, and as the owner of Odyssey, I take pride in offering a full range of detailing services to keep your ride looking its best. From basic detailing to ceramic coatings, window tint to wraps, we've got you covered. Come see us at our Ellsworth location and let us help you keep your ride looking its best.
This is the USFL, driving to USDA primetime football. Saturdays, baseball's best are showing out on Fox.
Buckle up, it's going to be fun.
What a play! This is where MVPs are VIPs. All the swag, all the salts, and all the slams. The biggest games on the best day of the week. Fox Saturday baseball all season long.
Welcome back. The House of Representatives passed a bill to authorize harm reduction health centers in Maine. Our Doug Banks explains.
The bill passed with a 77 to 66 bipartisan vote and could lead the way for Maine to join only a handful of states to have harm reduction health centers. These harm reduction centers will not cost Maine taxpayers because it will be funded by private donations and grants, and will only be built in communities after they are approved in a public town meeting.
What would be best for them to help them get into recovery, and this bill is that step.
Harm reduction health centers save lives. This is the future. Everything we've been doing up until now hasn't worked, so it's time to try a new approach, and this is the right approach for Maine.
Harm reduction centers offer sterile injections for individuals who are suffering drug addiction. They also offer support specialists, mental health counselors, and information about recovery options. Opponents of the bill believe there are better ways of leading people on the road to recovery than giving them more drugs.
There's no control of what's going to happen off-site. One of the biggest concerns is the effect it has on the general community. So Bangor has done its share. We have 3 clinics for opioid treatment, 3 clinics serving probably over 1,500 people, and we've done our share. I think bringing more of that to Bangor is not a plus for our community.
Remember that just offering recovery is not enough, and treatment is still not enough. When we release them, we have to make sure that they have jobs. We have to make sure that they have a good place to live where they're not going back into the same environment.
The bill now moves to the Senate and could be voted on as soon as next week.
I think there's a bipartisan concern against doing this step. So I don't know how it will go in the Senate, but I think it will most likely not be the majority report that came out of the House.
From Augusta, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Asylum seekers in Sanford have a place to stay tonight, but it's only temporary. They've been staying in hotels, but their funding to pay for that ran out this week, and some were facing potential homelessness again. Mal Meyer has more from Sanford on what it took to pull off the temporary arrangements and a warning to others.
it's time to move in. This former St. Ignatius Parish Hall is a temporary home for about 24 asylum-seeking families whose general assistance ran out this month. It's now owned by Calvary Baptist Church of Sanford, which declined to comment. What's it like to actually have a place for these people to go to temporarily?
Yeah, so obviously it was wonderful that we were able to find a place for folks to go. This is the nature of this work.
York County Community Action Corporation has paired families with housing navigators who have been looking for long-term options. They, along with other area partners, have been able to find spaces for about 15 families.
I'm so impressed with everybody that's been involved with this and how hard everybody's been working.
This came together quickly after other options were considered.
They were a little under 10,000 square feet. I don't have a lot of students in the building at the moment, so it was usable.
The CEO and president of Allied Career Training Institute says they teach medical assisting and massage therapy from a career program level. The Midtown Mall's owner recently called her about the need for help.
I was fully on board.
She says discussions started on Monday to pull this off, but then was told yesterday they found a different, bigger location. York County Community Action Corporation says the mall site wasn't approved by the city.
I really wanted those people to have a stable living arrangement until something more permanent could come into play for them.
It is hard around here, the housing market.
Deanna Cobb lives across the street from where the asylum seekers will be staying until early July.
I don't mind them moving in as long as they don't bother us or cause any problems with us, you know. It's a free country, you know. I mean, they have a right to live as well as we do.
York County Community Action Corporation wants to make this very clear. This is not a shelter. There is no more room for any more arrivals, so asylum seekers should not come here.
And still to come on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, a Pennsylvania jury delivering a guilty verdict on 63 counts in the Tree of Life massacre case. We'll have details.
And the 2 years-long probe into the Minneapolis Police Department wraps up. We'll hear from the Attorney General on that report. Those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
People always ask me, what's the best mattress? Well, the best mattress for me isn't necessarily the best mattress for you. Bridget and our Sleep Techs will fit you to the perfect mattress. So if you're going to spend a third of your life sleeping on it, shouldn't it be the one for you?
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
You found the one. Peeps Hill Lodge in Denham. Beautiful outdoor and indoor weddings and events in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. Dance the night away on our 1,100 square foot dance floor. Full service catering and cash bar. Peeps Hill Lodge. Contact us to schedule a tour and book your wedding today.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
You know what's really interesting? Our customers are just so surprised Bridget didn't recommend just the most expensive mattress. That's because she recommends a series of mattresses that'll fit you at different prices. Come in and meet Bridget.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
A jury has found a Pennsylvania man guilty on 63 criminal counts for the killing of 11 worshipers at Pittsburgh's Tree of Life Synagogue back in 2018, the deadliest anti-Semitic attack in U.S. history. Fox's Nate Foy reports tonight from New York City.
7-1, contact, shots fired.
Almost 5 years since the deadliest anti-Semitic attack in U.S. history. A Pennsylvania jury convicted Robert Bowers of all 63 criminal counts in federal court, including hate crimes.
I am feeling a sense of relief that after 4.5 years, the world has heard again about the horrific acts.
Bowers faces the death penalty for murdering 11 worshipers at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. He unloaded roughly 100 rounds.
We're treating this as a barricaded gunman.
Jurors will now decide if Bowers will be sent to death row.
This was an anti-Semitic incident, period. End of the statement.
Bowers often posted anti-Semitic material on social media. He even praised Hitler and the Holocaust.
7-1, clear the air. We have a surrender in progress. Suspects crawling out at this time. Clear the air.
Prosecutors say Bowers told police, quote, "All these Jews need to die." Now his life is in the hands of 12 strangers as jurors prepare for the trial's next phase.
This is just the first third of the trial, and in a sense, it was the least complicated part. We look forward to a final just conclusion and a just punishment.
The penalty phase of the trial starts in 10 days. It's expected to last several weeks. Prosecutors already denied Bowers' offer to plead guilty in exchange for taking the death penalty off the table. In New York, Nate Foy, Fox News.
President Biden wrapped up the week visiting Connecticut for a summit on gun safety. The event was timed to mark 1 year since Congress passed the bipartisan Safer Communities Act, touted by Democrats as the most significant change in federal gun laws in 30 years. But Republicans say the federal government has gone too far. Fox's Lucas Tomlinson has the latest.
In the nation's capital, a manhunt continues for 2 gunmen, captured on surveillance cameras Thursday. D.C. police say a pregnant woman was killed in the double shooting when the men walked up to a vehicle and started shooting. Her baby survived, but remains in critical condition.
My heart is crying on the inside, and I'm trying to be strong on the outside because this is our community.
The mother's death comes as the Gun Violence Archive says 2023 is on track to becoming one of the deadliest ever.
You can save life, you can save families.
In a push to curb gun violence, President Biden is calling for more gun reforms, including a ban on federal assault weapons, a proposal he pushed Friday during a gun safety summit at the University of Hartford.
I know it feels like it isn't enough when you turn on the news and see another tragedy in a school, a grocery store, a parade, or a place in America. Honestly, I feel like that as well.
But Republicans say the president's gun reform measures go too far. Tuesday, House Republicans passed a resolution that would repeal the policy requiring gun owners to register, quote, stabilizing braces, an accessory that helps disabled shooters control their weapons, but one that has been used in several mass shootings in the U.S. over the past decade.
Millions of law-abiding gun owners rely on stabilizing braces to improve their accuracy and defend themselves.
The White House says if the House bill passes the Democratic-controlled Senate, President Biden will veto it. At the White House, Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
A man in southern Ohio is charged with murder in the death of his 3 young sons. 32-year-old Chad Dorman was in court in Clermont County Friday. Prosecutors say Dorman lined up his sons, ages 3, 4, and 7, and used a rifle to shoot the boys. It happened on Thursday at Dorman's home in Monroe Township. The sheriff's office says Dorman confessed to planning the deaths for several months. No word on a motive for the murders. The boy's mother was also shot in the hand. Bond for Dorman is set at $20 million.
Well, after a 2-year civil rights probe into the Minneapolis Police Department, Attorney General Merrick Garland announced a pattern of discrimination. It's the kind of practices that, in his words, made what happened to George Floyd possible. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports.
Frustrations with the Minneapolis Police Department had been boiling, even before George Floyd's death in 2020, says the Justice Department. In a new scathing report, the DOJ says MPD had a years-long history of violating the Constitution and federal law.
The patterns and practices we observed made what happened to George Floyd possible.
According to the DOJ, the Minneapolis Police Department uses excessive force, like shooting at people when there is no immediate threat. They also believe the police department discriminates against blacks and Native Americans.
We found several incidents in which MPD officers were not held accountable for racist conduct until there was a public outcry.
Floyd's death sparked global outrage and protests. Since then, the city of Minneapolis and the police have put in place a series of changes, including banning the use of neck restraints.
Unfortunately, it took the murder of George Floyd for us to be where we are today.
But the report also acknowledges that the force suffers from low morale. Hundreds of officers have left since 2020, a pattern that some law enforcement experts believe will continue.
These types of things tend to demoralize police and have them retreat from the active community policing that's necessary to ensure law and order for all citizens.
The DOJ, the city of Minneapolis, and MPD are entering a consent decree to resolve the issues with the oversight of an independent monitor. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin commented earlier today on NATO being pulled into the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
The alliance faces historic challenges, but we're meeting those challenges with confidence and, above all, with unity. Make no mistake, we will not be drawn into Putin's war of choice, but we will strengthen NATO's defense and deterrence. And we will defend every inch of NATO territory, and we will continue to defend the open world of rules and rights that NATO has so proudly supported for nearly 75 years.
Secretary Austin also called for patience as, quote, Ukrainians wage this important campaign, and reaffirmed U.S. President Joe Biden's remarks that they would be supporting the country for the long haul.
Well, there are growing concerns over how vulnerable our nation's power grids may be to physical and cyber attacks. Lawmakers from both parties are calling for answers after a major cyber intrusion on several government agencies. Fox's Aisha Hasni has that story.
Democrats and Republicans on the House Energy and Commerce Committee are calling on the Biden administration to brief them on the major cyber attack that hit multiple federal agencies, including the Department of Energy, saying people's lives and livelihoods are counting on the committee's work to protect critical infrastructure.
America's power grid is the world's most complex and highly interconnected system in the world. The challenge of protecting it is immense.
The attack happened as the committee headed to North Carolina for a field hearing on securing the nation's power grid. Last December, someone shot up 2 power substations in Moore County, knocking out power to 45,000 people for days. According to the Energy Department, attacks on the power grid were up 77% nationwide from 2021 to 2022. Lawmakers say private utility companies need to do more to prevent attacks.
You had an attack in California. We had 2 people arrested planning attacks in Washington and Oregon. Did you know about that?
We did.
And you didn't take additional steps to secure your infrastructure. I think that's a problem.
Lawmakers are also deeply concerned about the supply chain. Right now, it could take up to 2 years to get a replacement transformer.
Do you think that Duke would be willing to participate and put some cash on the table if we could have a national public-private partnership to have transformers sitting in warehouses?
Congressman, we definitely engage in that conversation.
In Washington, I'm Aisha Hasni, Fox News.
And coming up in sports, the MPA has postponed tomorrow's baseball and softball state title games. We'll have the new times and date, plus previews for 2 local teams.
We'll be right back.
Stanton and the Yankees take on Devers and the rival Red Sox. Baseball Night in America, Saturday on Fox.
Ahoy there, boating enthusiasts. Get ready to elevate your boating experience with a Bennington Pontoon Boat Happy Hour at Hamlin's Marina in Hamden. Join us on Thursday, June 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. for an exciting evening filled with boat demo rides on our most popular pontoon models. But that's not all. Snacks and beverages will be provided by Kimberly's at the Marina. The Bennington Pontoon Boat Happy Hour, Thursday, June 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. only at Hamlin's Marina in Hamden. We'll see you there.
Sitting outside for your morning coffee, the sounds of the birds and the feeling of that warm breeze around you. Hey, this is what summer is all about. Enjoy it now and get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the outdoors at Jordan's.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
We get up and go, no matter what day it is. We make sure nothing keeps us from doing what needs to be done, because we're driven by what we love. Milwaukee's outdoor power equipment handles any job, big or small. From trimmers, blowers, and mowers to pole and chainsaws, Milwaukee's battery-operated, high-output tools will help get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Bruns Chiropractic Clinic in Bangor, Eddington Store in Eddington, Maine Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Every Monday, the Mars experiment intensifies.
12 celebrities embarking on daring missions.
Stars on Mars, Mondays at 8, 7 Central.
On Fox.
Welcome back. Experts predict colon cancer may be a leading cause of cancer deaths among people under the age of 50 by the end of this decade. Researchers are trying to determine why the numbers are on the rise. Fox's Jonathan Seary takes a look.
As improved screening lowers colorectal cancer rates among older Americans, researchers are trying to figure out why rates have been increasing in adults under 50 by 1 to 2% per year since the mid-1990s.
Whether that's, diet and exercise, in teenagers or young adults, it has to be something external to the patient because, cancer genetics has not changed in the last 20 years. So something broadly environmental is probably driving these changes.
Stacia Walker, whose colorectal cancer is now in remission, was diagnosed 10 years ago at the age of 24.
I caught it early at stage 2A. I was able to fight. My age was on my side. Early detection is key.
But doctors say far too many young adults wait until the cancer begins to spread and becomes much harder to treat.
One of my most memorable patients was doing CrossFit 3 times a week. She was training for her marathon and she was having irregular bowel movements for 9 months. And her doctor thought there was no way she could have colorectal cancer.
Routine colonoscopies can find and remove polyps years before they turn into cancer, but they're not recommended for most patients until the age of 45. So medical experts say it's important for younger people not to ignore any persistent gastrointestinal symptoms.
Abdominal pain, rectal bleeding, weight loss, things that could be early signs of colorectal cancer need to be taken seriously.
And the same advice holds true for their doctors.
I think that it's important with the new data coming out, with the increasing incidence of colorectal cancer in younger patients, that primary care physicians and gastroenterologists have a lower threshold to get these patients evaluated sooner.
On a personal note, this story hits close to home for me. In summer of 2017, my younger brother Keir was diagnosed with colon cancer and died just a few months later. Our family had no prior history of colorectal cancer, and at the time, routine colonoscopies were not recommended until age 50. My brother was 48. In Atlanta, Jonathan Siri, Fox News.
Well, flooding, tornadoes, and severe storms continue to rip through the South. Parts of the Northeast are under weather warnings on Friday as well. Fox's Brandy Campbell is in Pensacola, Florida.
Look at my car, y'all. Look at my car.
Flash flooding pummeling Florida Friday. Some areas seeing over a foot of rain in just a few hours. In Pensacola, the water rose quickly, overtaking cars and homes.
It's heartbreaking. I'm holding my tears now for the kids and for the tenants that's losing everything.
Nearly 270 residents were rescued from this apartment building after a nearby creek overflowed. The flooding crept into the building and submerged cars behind the complex. And in the same county, one person was found dead after a tree fell on their home. Residents are urged to prepare for future emergencies.
Get your emergency papers together. I'm asking people, please prepare. We're in hurricane season in Escambia County.
In Perryton, Texas, a tornado touched down for 8 miles Thursday, killing multiple people and injuring dozens. The twister reduced homes, businesses, and trees to rubble. Thousands of people are without power. The devastation is so severe, Texas Governor Greg Abbott asked the state to deploy emergency response resources. This kind of weather may seem unusual for June, but forecasters say it's a combination of factors that can lead to severe storms. Now, the same storm system hit the Northeast on Friday, prompting tornado warnings in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Reporting in Pensacola, Florida, I'm Brady Campbell, Fox Weather.
Definitely some severe flooding going on there, and lots to look out for across the country as well as here at home.
Yeah, definitely weather and climate changes, really all over, and definitely as a native Pennsylvanian, I can tell you we are not entirely used to tornado warnings.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say we've never had them, but they are not a common occurrence.
Yeah, it's just scary stuff.
Indeed. All right, well, the full 5 day is coming up. Hopefully that will be a lot less scary.
Yep.
Let's wait for it. It's coming up.
It was a warm day out there today, upper 70s here in town, but much cooler air will be rolling in. The big question is, when does that arrive? I'll have the answers and more coming up.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Before and bath fitter. Before and bath fitter. If you have a before bath, now's the time to call Bath Fitter to get a beautiful after. With our unique tub-over-tub process, there's no mess or stress. Spend smart on a beautiful new bath done right, backed by a lifetime warranty. Join over 2 million happy customers who know it just fits. Bath Fitter. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
Who will rise up and take the crown? Netherlands, Croatia, Spain, Italy. Go! The UEFA Nations League final, Sunday on Fox.
Welcome back, my friends. Our main weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives one full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. All right, folks, we made it. The last couple of weeks have been pretty chilly. We did have lots of cloud cover in the area. Look at this chart. The last pretty much 2 weeks, we've only had maybe 1 or 2 days where we saw a good amount of sunshine. Other than that, it's been very cloudy. Today, once again, one of those days, lots of clouds in the area. Even a couple of showers and thunderstorms have been popping up here in town. Now a little better, but things will be decreasing in visibility once again overnight as more rain starts to move on in. We do have the slow circulating in the northeast right now. Some showers right by the coast. We got Connecticut and right into Massachusetts right now. Not too bad there, but tomorrow and bad timing right in time for Father's Day. On Sunday, more chances of rain, and it will really pick up in intensity tomorrow afternoon, especially into those evening hours. We're looking at around 6, 7, maybe 8 p.m. tomorrow. Some stronger rain bands starting to move in, maybe a rumble of thunder or two once again. Overall, though, it will be mainly a rain event, and then once again, scattered showers will be in the area on Sunday, so not the best timing, and cooler temperatures once again for our Father's Day. We're looking at around 1, maybe even 1.5 inches of rain in the area. Here, maybe 1 inch, a little bit more than that. The coast, a little bit less, but into Machias, much higher rainfall totals will be all over the area. And dew points will start to decrease and then start to rise once again. So tomorrow, it will be a little bit high, feeling a little sticky. Sunday into Monday, though, they will be much lower, so it's going to feel much more dry in the area. Finally, that rain will be moving out of the area, and then Tuesday into Wednesday, our dew points start to rise once again. It's going to feel a little bit more on the sticky end. Wind speeds, not too bad right now. We do have a 5-mile-an-hour wind here in town. Up to Millinocket, same story. Greenville, a light breeze. Down by the coast, a little stronger winds, especially by Bar Harbor. Machias, pretty much no wind out there right now, so perfect timing. We don't want that rain being blown around everywhere, but it will get windy, especially Saturday evening into those overnight hours, right in time with some heavier rain starting to move into the area. So be careful, bring your umbrellas. That rain will be blowing around. Temperature wise, though, we will be cooling off as well. 50s, these are going to be our high temperatures on Sunday, and then it finally starts to warm back up into the 70s, and look at this, 80s back right in time for middle to end of next week. Tonight, though, bring those umbrellas. We will have more showers in the area, some dense fog as well. Temperatures in those mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, another chilly day. Will be in the mid 60s outside. Scattered rain showers in the area. Our extended forecast outlook does show more improvements in weather, especially in middle of next week. Beth?
All right, so the sunshine does creep back in. It's just going to take a couple of days.
Indeed it will, but we're looking forward to it.
We are.
All right, well, sports is coming up next with Ryan Sudolph. Stay with us.
You were made to act spontaneously. We were made to help plan accordingly.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I bought from Down East in 2022. My local Toyota dealer was charging $5,000 to $10,000 over MSRP, and Down East never charged more than MSRP. Every bit of my experience has felt honest and transparent and never once felt pushy. If you're in the market, consider giving them your business, even if it means traveling a little further. You won't be disappointed.
Thanks, Joe. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
These bakers investigate a kitchen for clues and must recreate its mystery dessert.
This is my kind of cake.
So good.
Crime Scene Kitchen, Mondays at 9 on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with news from the MPA. With the rain expected on Saturday, all baseball and softball state title games have been moved to Tuesday. Here are those new times, starting with baseball. Okay, for Class A and Class C, 3 o'clock and 6:30 at USM Tuesday. Class B and D at Mansfield Stadium at 3 o'clock and 6:30 respectively on Tuesday as well. And for softball, Class C and Class A at 3:30 and 7 o'clock, also at USM respectively. And at Brewers Coffin Field, Class D at 3 o'clock, Class B at 7 o'clock. Okay, now let's move to some previews for those state games, starting with Old Town Baseball in Class B. They will face Yarmouth in Tuesday's state final. Old Town shut out defending state champs Ellsworth in Wednesday's regional final 5-0 and are now in position to win their second state title in 3 years. But despite how normal all of this must feel to these players by now, that doesn't make the fact they're North champs once again any less special.
Oh, so much. I mean, granted, I was the last pitcher on the mound, so having that plaque in my hand definitely felt nice. So, I mean, it feels nice that, our program really gets going. So,
feels great. It's another number on the banner. It's always good. It'll always be there. It's great to have.
The Coyote story this postseason is one of efficiency, scoring 5 runs a game with 2 shutouts. Their ace and UMaine commit Gabe Gifford has been on fire, and the Bats are doing their jobs and giving them the runs they need to win games. Simply put, this is a team that's just full of pure ball players.
Honestly, the work ethic, really. I mean, everybody shows up to practice. Everybody does the extra workouts. Everybody, we want to grind. We're a great club, so.
I think we're a great fundamental team. We know how to hit the ball, we know how to pitch the ball, and we know how to get outs, and that's worked well for us.
Okay, now let's move to Bucksport softball in Class C. The Bucks are undefeated and will look to finish undefeated against Halldale on Tuesday. The Bucks defeated Matt Nawcook in the regional final Wednesday 8-1. The Bats were stellar as always, as was Ella Hosford in the circle. Another amazing outing for the senior after returning from a back injury less than a month ago. Despite that, she knows how much she means to the team and is willing to put it all on the line.
I wanted to do it for them. It's still a little painful, but I'm going to push through it because the team deserves this and we all deserve it.
Ella's an amazing teammate. She brings us all up and she is an amazing pitcher. I would not want to go against her, and she just knows how to place the ball perfectly.
Now their play is a big reason why they're undefeated, but also there's a motivation to pull the double as Class C softball and soccer champions. A bunch of the players on the team play both sports, and especially for the seniors, ending the year with a historic second trophy in the case would be the icing on the cake.
It would be the first time in school history that it's happened, and so I think it would be really cool just to end our careers with a bang and to win both of them.
That would be amazing to bring home the state championship. It hasn't been done in a long time, so I think it would just be amazing.
And Bucksport baseball is looking for a state title too, and their second straight. They topped the #1 seed Matt Nawcook in the C-North final Wednesday with a stunning 16-1 victory. The Bucks went up 7-0 after 2 innings and never looked back. How did they win by that much against that good a team? A combination of being fired up and a never let up attitude.
From inning 1 to inning 7, even though we were up 10 and 15 runs, we were still playing our hardest.
We knew as soon as coming off the bus, we could win. The whole bus ride there was very loud, very anxious to play. And then once we started batting practice and fielding, we knew what we could do.
We came out hot. We had loud BP, we had a loud infield, and then we started hitting, and it just never stopped.
And now the Bucks prepare for Monmouth Tuesday with a chance to become the first North team to win back-to-back Class C titles in 2 decades. Last year was the first year they ever won states, period, so getting those first 2 in a row would be unforgettable.
I don't think anything in my high school career could beat that. Just a senior state championship back-to-back, and nothing would beat that. Nothing even close.
Last year was the first time ever winning states in this program. So to go back-to-back would just be incredible.
Not everyone can get to say that they won or went to states, twice. So it's really great. It's something I can be able to tell my kids when I'm older, and something that all the guys will always can share.
And finally, let's go to some state championship lacrosse. Messalonsky, the 3 seed in Class B, played top-seeded York Friday night for the crown down in Portland. Whoever wins this game will have their first state lacrosse title ever. Eagles strike first. Walter Fiegel to Cooper Leclerc for the score, 1-0 Messalonsky. Eagles would strike again. Brady Brunell in front, fires at home, 2-0 Eagles. Later on, York's Evan Anastas. Watch this absolute laser to tie the game up at 2. And then Nick Hoy, a great move in the open field, and an absolutely phenomenal shot to make it 3-2. Goals aplenty in this one. Wildcats go on to win the Class B title 12-10. Anastas with 6 goals on the night. Okay, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Call Jill.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty. Lease a Santa Fe for $249 a month or get 0% APR for 36 months or $750 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Say goodbye to lag times and death spirals with our crazy fast fiber internet. At GoNet Speed, we've dropped our prices on fiber. That means hello to fast fiber internet starting at just $49.95 per month. Or go up to 1 gig, that's 1,000 megabits per second, for only $69.95 a month. The lowest prices we've ever offered. No contract, no hidden fees, no joke. Visit GoNetspeed.com to check availability in your area.
Spend an evening with James Taylor and his all-star band. The American icon is back on tour, June 27th at Maine Savings Amphitheater. The multiple Grammy Award-winning James Taylor and a night full of his biggest hits. Tickets on sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Spend the night with a friend, James Taylor.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Beat Shazam is back with guest host Nick Cannon and DJ Kelly Osbourne. Please come take this $1 million. Beat Shazam, Tuesdays on Fox.
Welcome back. A word of warning, folks. This next story is not going to make your late-night snack cravings any easier. Homemade donuts have a new home in Old Town, and our David Ledford brings us the story of the family who made it happen.
We're so fortunate to be part of such a great community that has come out to support us. We didn't realize that people would go so crazy over a donut.
Mimi G's, a small family-run donut shop in Old Town, will return next week. After an initial soft opening, the shop had to close down due to an overwhelming demand for their giant pastries.
I walked out the front door, and to see the line going all the way down to Walgreens, I thought, well, maybe we get a couple people. The door didn't close for about 3.5 hours.
The owners say they wanted to sprinkle something new into the community. At Mimi G's Donut Shop, it all starts with a classic raised donut, and from there, it's up to you.
You have an array of toppings to select from, as well as frostings or fillings if you prefer, but it's totally up to the customer.
The owners say the community has only seen a taste of what Mimi G's has to offer. And when they reopen next week, they'll have some new ways to leave customers with a more fulfilling experience.
Instead of having a round that just has the filling in the middle, we're filling the rings so you get filling all the way around, and it's going to help speed up our production a little bit. So it's a little bit unique, it's a little different. You'll still get the Boston cream or lemon filling or whatever you would like in their experience, but it'll be a little bit different.
Owner Corey Thibodeau says that he opened the shop in memory of his mother, and he's excited to share his family recipe with the community.
Mimi G was my mom, Wanda Golding. When this place became open, we decided it was the right time to grab it and start with my mom's donuts to give her a little honor. She passed away last summer.
Mimi G's will reopen Wednesday, June 21st. For a complete schedule, visit mimigs.com. In Old Town, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And if that didn't get your taste buds going, well, today was National Fudge Day, and some Maine businesses celebrated by serving up treats for those with a sweet tooth. At Perry's Nut House in Belfast, workers prepared a lineup of different fudges to take home. And if you're not sure which one you wanted, you could try a free sample. Perry's Nut House employees say all the fudge is made fresh on site.
We have caramel sea salt, a butterscotch, chocolate, maple fudge with walnuts. This is some of the best. This is a worldwide product.
These say the unique Maine fudges they offer can also make for a last-minute Father's Day gift for those looking to celebrate National Fudge Day year-round. Perry's Nut House is open every day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
When it looks like that, why wouldn't you celebrate National Fudge Day every day?
Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
It's just unfair that we had to end the night on those two stories, because now I just want to go out and get all the sweets.
It never ends. Now I'm hungry again.
Yeah, seriously.
Unfair.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, those donuts they're almost intimidating.
Yeah.
Incredible
oh my gosh.
looking.
Both businesses, I think, definitely worth a visit.
Hitting it out of the park.
Yep.
Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. From everyone here at Fox 22, take care and have a great night. Go have a snack.
Good night, everyone.